Hi guys, welcome back to Bows Fan TV, and today we're back with another video doing the match reaction to yesterday's 2-2 draw against Shells at Tolka Park. Disappointing that we couldn't hang on for 3 points. A win here would have been massive, but I think we only really have ourselves to blame, to be honest. I thought like we were good in parts, but probably not at the level we know we can get to. We obviously got off to the worst possible start by conceding within the first 4 minutes. Daniel Kelly, it's a powerful finish, and that put Chelsea 1-0 up after 4 minutes, and it's a bad start, and we obviously not long after that got the equaliser, like just 6 minutes later I think it was. It's a bad back pass from Temple, spills out of his goal, and Parsons is there to force it in, and we were absolutely gifted the goal, but we were given a lifeline almost straight away, and I thought from that point on we grew into the game really well. We started to take control, a lot of the ball, but not really doing a whole lot either. There wasn't many chances apart from maybe one from Ross Tierney that he probably could have done a bit better with. He could have definitely got it on target, but went over the bar, and the first half, it was quite fiery as well. There was a lot of tackles going in, and yellow cards were getting handed out to mostly Shells players, but a couple of our players got yellows as well, and it was quite a fiery first half, and I thought we were slightly better. We responded well from going 1 down early on, and getting the goal straight away, and I thought we started to take control, and half time probably came at the worst time for us as well, because we were only really getting into things. And then second half, I thought we dropped off a good bit, to be honest. We didn't really show the same kind of energy and enthusiasm as we did in the first half. We weren't getting forward as much. Shell started to take control of possession a bit more. They weren't really creating any chances, but still we weren't really showing any signs of danger going forward. But obviously, I think it's the 76th minute, we get the goal. Dawson Devoy puts the ball in, misses everybody and finds its way into the back of the net, and it's kind of a goal out of nowhere, but you take it, and if you just hope to yourself that we can hang on now for the remaining 15 minutes, and get a win. But look, it wasn't to be, of course. We dropped off, we invited pressure on ourselves, and then Shells get the equaliser just before out of time. Sean Gannon puts a good ball in, and John Martin's there to head home, and then look, I think no one was too surprised about that, about the goal. Look, it was probably coming. We were inviting a lot of pressure on ourselves. We were struggling to get out of our own half at times, and look, the equaliser came, and we obviously not long after that we had a great chance to win it. Douglas James Taylor finds himself in on goal, but he can't put it away, and that's how it ended, and look, it was frustrating. It was a disappointing second half. We did drop off a good bit, we felt. In the first half we were playing on the front foot, but the second half was disappointing. And look, I think we just only have ourselves to blame for that, really. I think the approach after we got the second goal was poor. I think if we just went for it a bit more, we could have got another and saw it out. But look, people will look at it as it's a point away from home against a Shell side who are obviously the reigning champions, but it's disappointing, and it does feel like we've dropped 2 points. There's a few individual performances that were great. I thought Cornwall and Kavanagh had a pretty hard time up against Adebeko. I thought they really struggled to contain him. I thought Clark was pretty non-existent for most of the game, and that's not like him at all. Look, I just thought it was an overall disappointing performance, especially in the second half. You could look at the first half and say, right, we tried to play the right way. We were getting the ball down. We found a bit of a rhythm in parts, but the second half, I thought we massively let ourselves down. And look, it's a tough one to take, conceding late, but it's a tough one to take, conceding late, but we just got to try and get back to winning ways. Now we've got a big cup game next week against Sligo, and then a winnable game at home to Cork in the league next. So look, it's very, very important you get 2 good results there, and get a bit of confidence back in ourselves, and hope that we can maintain our position. Where we are now. We're back up to second now. So it's not all bad, but 3 points would have been big, and it's a shame we couldn't hang on for it. But look, just have to dust ourselves off now and hope that we'll get back to winning ways in the next few weeks. So yeah, that's where I'll end it. Make sure to like, subscribe, share, comment down below what you thought about the game, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.